Hello and welcome to another video game story time with me, Sky Fellowship, and today's episode is going to be entitled When Games Age Badly, but Not for the Reasons You Think. Because there's a lot of games that age badly in a lot of different ways. Sometimes it's a case of the humour hasn't aged well. Sometimes people realise, actually, that was pretty fucking racist back in the day. Sometimes people realise that the gameplay just either sucked back then or it was a product of its time, so the gameplay was fine, but now in modern day terms, it's like, you know what, the camera's a bit janky, the controls are a bit janky, there's definitely some reasons that I don't like it. And then there's games like No Mercy. From a gameplay standpoint, WWF No Mercy is still an absolutely fantastic wrestling game. It's everything else that's aged badly with this game. Firstly, it's no longer called WWF. Secondly, we live in a world where a lot of these wrestlers turned out to be some pretty awful people, and one of them in particular did some pretty fucking awful things. Yeah. I tried going back to playing this game, and I am so torn with actually playing it, because almost everyone I used to play as, genuinely, almost every single wrestler I used to play this game as and enjoy playing this game as is either dead now for some pretty horrific reasons, or they're very right-wing politically and actually hate people like me, queers and trans people, and just, yeah, or, like, it makes it really hard to actually play the fucking game, because literally every single time I play as someone, and especially if I play as a Royal Rumble, for example, where you don't get to choose, it's kind of funny that I was actually watching a video on another channel, and they were playing a Royal Rumble, and I'm not trying to say this at all to be weird. I don't bring up people's race at any point because no one really cares. It's not something that you need to, but the person in particular was black. And the first character that you got to play as in the random Royal Rumble was Hulk Hogan. Who, yeah, if you don't know, Hulk Hogan kind of went on a very racist tirade towards black people. He was like, he was standing on the video and going, nope, I am not playing as this asshole. Just like, literally, throw me out the fucking ring. I do not care about losing. Like, just throw me out, I'll play someone else. So that's what they did, all the people he was playing with. They basically threw him over the ropes, threw him out the Royal Rumble, got him eliminated, and he came back as Kevin Nash, and he's like, you know what, I'll accept this. This is way fucking better than playing as fucking Hogan. And it brought up the whole reason with me wanting to actually do this video, because I had been watching people play it, and to be fair, I think they were actually playing the ECW, WCW, one of those games, the Nitro things, where basically it still had Hulk Hogan, obviously, because he went to WCW, and they were playing that. And I was like, oh, I used to absolutely love No Mercy, and I've just got an N64 back. I'm going to put No Mercy on and play it. And yeah, within 5 minutes, I was like, I can play as Devon. As far as I'm aware, Devon's pretty okay still. He's got a YouTube channel. He's not an arsehole that I'm aware of. I can play as Bubba Ray Dudley. As far as I'm aware, Bubba's still okay. I think the Hardys are okay. I think Edge and Christian are okay. But then I'm like, can't play as Jericho anymore. Yeah. Really can't play as Jericho. Mankind is a weird one because he was right-wing and now he's very quickly had a change of heart, and suddenly he's been like, you know what, maybe like people are being like really evil with WWE these days and maybe we shouldn't be. So yeah, he's kind of a grey area, but yeah, it's weird because the game itself plays great. I'm still really having a lot of fun playing it, but fucking hell is it hard to actually pick someone, because the problem is these are real people. They always were real people, and this is why games like this are going to age in such a unique and bad way. Like, leaving aside all of the bullshit with SNK being owned by a conglomerate of relatively evil people. New Fatal Fury game, which, by the way, Guru Mark of the Wolves is one of my all-time favourite fighters. City of the Wolves is absolute dog shit. I cannot stand the game. I'm so fucking gutted with how it turned out, but it's probably for the best, because I don't want to actually support them financially. But they've really, really got to hope that that Swedish DJ, I think he's Swedish, they've really got to hope that that DJ doesn't turn out to be a piece of shit, huh? And they've really got to hope that that footballer doesn't turn out to be a piece of shit, huh? Because, give it 10 years, if some scandal breaks with one of those two, to be fair, you could probably edit them out. because in modern day gaming you can actually remove things like Dead or Alive. Speaking of SNK, Dead or Alive had MyShiroo in Dead or Alive 5, and then the licensing expired, so you can't get MyShiroo anymore. So they might do things like that, but for the most part, especially old games like this, you'll never get a remake of No Mercy. Like, at best, they'd maybe remake the game in the same style and engine, but then give you the modern day roster, and that might work. But you're never going to get a remake, because let's be real. I would be astonished if a specific wrestler who I highlighted a little bit, a certain Benoit, I would be astonished if he's ever in a wrestling game again. Now, I don't keep up with wrestling games, and there might be someone saying, funny, he's actually been in this many games. But I'd kind of be astonished, because that was such a horrific fucking thing. That, like, I lived through that entire era of wrestling. I was looking forward to the title match that he was going to be in. I was looking forward to his appearance. And then he just disappeared. And people were being shady. And then it all broke, and it's like, oh my god. And all of a sudden, we were all in the middle of still playing earlier games, like, you know, Mercies and that, and I was like, maybe we should stop playing as Chris Benoit. And, like, the local Fred group agreed. It's like, yeah, you know what, maybe we should stop playing as Chris Benoit. But now it's, as I say it, it's at the point where it's like, is there a single? I mean, there is a single wrestler, but, like, how many wrestlers can I actually say that I don't have a problem playing again, like playing as? And I know to some people it might be weird and it might be silly because it's just it's sprites and they're not really them and they're just like the characters anyway, and it's the actual real life people are the problem. It's not the Undertaker who's a like problem. It's Mark who's a problem. You know, it's stuff like that. But at the same time, it is still them. And it's really hard. This is definitely one of those separating the art from the artist, but this is in a weird degree. Can you separate the art from the artist whilst actually playing as the artist? And yeah, there's a lot of games out there that are going to age really weirdly and badly, not because the game sucks, but because of everything else around them. So yeah, that's the end of this video, and I'm going to see you until next time. Devon, get the tables. I wish I could remember how to actually do that. It's been so long since I've played this game. But yeah, until next time, bye!